Hello YouTube, welcome to Jackalope Farm in sunny Eastern Ontario. Got a little bit of snow recently, so I thought I'd do a video on what it's like to snow blow with a rear snowblower and a Kubota B2401 tractor. Why does YouTube need this video? Well, I thought I would just point out that with the 2401, which is kind of a budget tractor, there's some limitations that you kind of have to overcome manually. But I just want to show you that once you get used to using it, it's easy to do. If you're not familiar with the B2401, it's a manual tractor. It's got an old style gear shift, and it's got a live PTO, which uses basically the main clutch. So why that's tricky for snow blowing is that you can't stop the tractor just by pushing the clutch in anymore, because if you do that, it cuts off power to the PTO as well. And if you've ever just removed power to a snowblower, you know that it just gets jammed up. So I'll show you how it is you get around these limitations. It's not actually that difficult. Maybe it's my environment. I have a 1,000-foot driveway, so most of the time I just put it in gear, engage the PTO, and then just turn around in the seat and relax. I'll show you some pictures of that. So with the manual transmission, you basically have three reverse speeds. If you're in low range, you go 1.3 kilometers an hour, which is what I'm showing here. If you're in medium range, you're going 4.2 kilometers an hour, and I think high range is like 9 kilometers an hour, which is really too fast for snowblowing. So you really have two speeds you can go. You can vary the RPM a bit to change your speed, but keep in mind, if you reduce the RPM, you're reducing the power going to the snowblower. So pretty much anything over 10 inches or 8 inches of snow, I usually use the low range. And if it's less than that, then you can go much faster and use the mid-range. To deal with the single stage clutch, what I find works really well is in order to stop the tractor without stopping the snowblower is you just slip the transmission into neutral. It's actually quite easy to do. I usually reduce the engine speed a bit just as I'm coming up to where I want to stop, and then it slides right into neutral, and then you can just let the snowblower run until it's clear before pushing the clutch in and lifting up the snowblower and disengaging. For really deep snow, what I find I have to do, like if I have a 3-foot drift or something like that, is you have to clear the snow in sort of 4 or 5 foot sections. When it's too deep, what happens is you lose traction, and then the tractor stops moving. Usually I wait till the blower is clear, and then I lift up the snow blower with a 3-point hitch, usually a foot or so. That allows me to move another 4 or 5 feet until I get stuck again, and then I pull forward, drop it down to scoop up the foot or so that I left behind, and repeat. And you just basically go back and forth in 5-foot sections until you've cleared the your 3 feet of snow. And then once you've got your one channel all the way down the driveways, then you can just come back and do like half widths or quarter widths or whatever. without having to do the back and forth. So really haven't had any trouble. It's really fast with shallow snow because you don't have to put the snow anywhere like you do with a blade or a bucket. And then with deep snow, it's much faster than like basically using the loader to chip away at it and build piles of snow everywhere. So if you have a B2401 and you're worried about whether a snowblower will work for you, I can tell you, unless you have lots of tight spaces that you want to wiggle around, it's works fine, and all the shifting and turning things off and lifting up and down, it all becomes second nature after a while, and you don't even think about what you're doing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.